Welcome back to Can I Be Frank and the second episode of the Muppet Makeover series. Yes, today our character will be looking deep into, in their physical appearances, will be Zoot. Zoot, the Muppets' fantastic saxophone player. Yes, Zoot is an old character debuting on the Muppet Show old pilots for the show before it became a real thing, and this guy, he's gone through some changes, physically and, the structure of how the puppet's been built, which has caused it to change over the years. Now let's look at the first Zoot puppet. Now, this one, you can see, this one has gone through, a bit of change in and of itself, because the thing is, you'll notice Zoot here, he's made out of foam. A lot of the Electric Mayhem characters were back then. That was just a technique of building that they used. They were made and carved that's just straight out of foam. So his head, his entire head, minus the nose, the hair, his hands though, his head, all the bits that you would label it as his skin, they are all foam, and you can sort of see the seam lines on his forehead of where the glue has been made. And because of this, we all know that Zoot is blue, and over time, especially under the heat of the old lights they used to use on the show, that foam would start to change colour. So back in those days, really, for the majority of the time we saw Zoot, he was just sort of beigey with hints of green and blue in there. So remember that as the sort of the rough colour of the old Zoot. Now, when you look at his nose hasn't really changed that much. It's changed in length. He had a bit of a longer nose back in the old days. Went up to the very tippity top of his glasses there. And his glasses were really quite big, and that proper blues sort of retro blues glasses musician shape, which is really cool. And his fantastic hair on the sides there with the fantastic little curls of the ostrich feathers on the end there, they're fantastic, and he didn't really go below his chin that much. He had quite a big chin back in those days, and we don't really get to see his neck. It's just sort of his chin covers that sort of area, because he has quite a big chin back in these days. And his head overall is kind of like an upturned egg, with the more tapered bit at the bottom and the rounder, more large surface area at the top. And now we're going to throw up the most recent Zoot build puppet, which is for the Muppets Mayhem series, and he's changed, and as I mentioned before, he was made out of foam. He was carved straight out of foam, but now he's still carved out of foam, but with a fleece covering that keeps that blue colour that they wanted back on the original Muppet Show, because the fleece won't change colour unless something horrific happened. You can see he's that blue colour, and that gives us an insight into what colour he would have been if he hadn't faded like crazy on the original Muppet Show. He's got his original glasses on back now, and that's quite a cool look, because they went through a lot of changes with his glasses over the years, and the glasses really changed a lot of his character, in my opinion. It made him look quite different. His chin decides to just disappear. He doesn't really have much of a chin. His chin sort of slides into his neck right there, and it's just his neck is just one big chin. It's not the same build really. His chin is less of a semicircle like the original, and more of just a slope. His mouth is more delicately carved into that mouthy shape, with little wrinkles around the lips and the bits where the skin would bag around the edge of the mouth, and the nose is a little bit less pear-shaped and a bit more round and punchy, with a bit more of a cartoon spin on it. The general design of him hasn't changed that much, and he's still instantly recognisable as the old puppet and the new one. We all know exactly who that is. It's our favourite saxophonist, Zoot. And because of those minor changes on my ranking list, S being the ones who have changed the least, and, you can understand the rest of it, I'm going to put Zoot as C, because I think... Actually, wait, no, he's going A. I meant to say A, so I don't know why I said C. A, he's going on A, because he's not changed that much at all. His glasses changed in appearance much, but remember, this series we're only comparing the original puppet to the most recently used puppet, and to be honest, they've gone closer to the original than they ever have in the previous builds. So, Zoot is a rank A. Thank you very much for watching. Leave your comments down below of who you want me to do next, and we'll see you next time.